cast a shadow, it has to be directly in between the light and the object. So directly in between the light and the object would tell us high noon, the exact middle of the day. Why is it at 3 o'clock? Is 3 o'clock the exact middle of the day in our concept of time? No, it's not. So what's it showing us today? We are being shown something. That we're seeing an anomaly that is carried over from the beginnings of Gregorian timekeeping, of the year of confusion. Because all logic will tell you that it would be high noon. High noon would be 12 o'clock, you know, when you're thinking of the concept of time. So why is it happening then at 3 o'clock? Why is that? Because here it is. This is high noon, direct between us and the sun. 3 o'clock is over here. How is the moon going to cast a shadow on us when it's off to the side? So they're showing us right now that this right now is not whatever time it is. What time is it? 2 o'clock or something? 2:30? It's not. It's actually, if you're going by the concept of timekeeping of a clock, it's about 11 o'clock right now. Because that's getting to the point of high noon. But they're saying it's 3 o'clock. We are the only ones seeing an anomaly. Guaranteed, nobody else is thinking about this. You can only think about it by perceiving moon teachings. So, how could it be that the total solar eclipse is happening at 3 o'clock? No one on earth has said nothing. I haven't seen, I did say nothing. I'm just watching, you know, on Facebook. Nobody's gonna say nothing. I'll wait till afterwards. Say, how come they think this? You know, it's a disruption in their time-space continuum, in their concept of time. And so today, the concept of time is something that we can break free of, because if you can imagine, like tumblers on a lock, like you got to align them all. As soon as it does, you can unlock it. And if you're in a jail and it unlocks, you can break out. Today enables a very specific thing to happen. The individual to be able to break out of the false concept of Gregorian time. But you got to be aware of it. It can't be just saying, oh, well, it's happening. It's going to happen to me anyways. No, because it's not happening to you. What's happening to you is just you understanding that it's happening at 3 o'clock. When it's impossible for it to happen at 3 o'clock, when you put yourself in the position of the way clock is, and they say time, you know, like they say to position something. Well, it's at 9 o'clock. Okay, we know where 9 o'clock is. It's at 3 o'clock. We know where that is. We know where 12 o'clock is, right? Directly in front of us. So directly in front of us, but now say 3 o'clock, there it is. There's the moon over there then. How is it casting its shadow on us? It's impossible. We can see a witchcraft that they utilized in the Gregorian timekeeping in order to get them to be in the first year of confusion. A witchcraft where you just, you know, mind screw people over into giving them enough false information, manipulate their minds enough, and you can make the Statue of Liberty disappear right in front of them, like the way David Copperfield did. And so you can make time disappear in front of people without them even knowing. Time is being lost. Now, is time gained today? Or is time lost? This is the thing we got to figure out. I didn't look at it that much, but just enough to know that this makes no sense. 3 o'clock, total solar eclipse. It's impossible. Okay, so how close are we now? We're very close, right?
I have something to say about that. It's about the change in the time that they do. Because, for example, usually when I talk to my parents in South Mexico, it's an hour difference, but now it's 2 because they didn't change the time. So we are like later than usual. So that's another factor to consider in how they manipulate those time concepts.
Okay, did anybody think about this? Did this dawn on anybody? You see, this is the exemplification of how, if you think that you are immune to male dominance, to the witchcraft of it, how it subdues the mind. If you think you're free of it, you're able to like get away from it. This is an example of how you don't even realize how much it has its cause in you. Yeah, that's why I asked, what time is it? How much time?
It's almost 2, it's not even 2 yet.
Oh, you see right now too, that's getting up. Well, it looks like maybe about another 20 minutes or something. So, okay, so, okay, at this time, the reason why your eyes burn out. Hey! Kibbity, kibbity. Hey, little bro. That's your name? Okay, the reason why your eyes burn out on a total solar eclipse. You know that you can look at the sun anytime and your eyes are not going to burn out. I mean, like go blind. You know, you'll look at the sun, there'll be spots for a few minutes, your vision will come back. But at the total solar eclipse, if you look at the sun, you go blind. So this means not just today, in your life, if you ever hear of a total solar eclipse again, you know not to look at it because you're going to go blind. You'll never see again in the rest of your life. You don't want that to happen. Why do we go blind? You don't go blind looking at the sun right now. Why you go blind is because of what Grandma Moon actually is. Because when the beating heart, Grandma Moon, when she is closest to the sun, which is right now, today, in new moon, then this means that the far side of the moon is, what's it doing? Remember when you stood next to the fire? What was happening to your back? You were getting really hot, right? And what happened? What'd you say when you get hot? What happens to your body? You sweat. And so when Grandma Moon is in the new moon phase where she is right now, she's sweating. And that means the water is coming off of her and it's getting caught in the solar winds and it's coming right back to Mother Earth. So when you look at a total solar eclipse, what makes your eyes go blind is that it's the water that is coming off of Grandma Moon. And water through the sun is like putting a magnifying glass to the sun. And what happens in the summertime? You can start a fire, right? With a magnifying glass, you can burn an ant. You can burn leaves. And so this is the reason why that your eye burns out during a total solar eclipse, because it's directly in between the sun and the sun's light is being amplified like a magnifying glass. And that's what burns out your eye. Science will not tell you that. They cannot tell you that. They won't tell you that because they can't tell you that there is water on the moon. They can reveal to you, oh, there's traces of water that were revealed, that were found there. But they will not tell you that it's water. They won't tell you, they can't tell you that she's the beating heart of our Mother Earth. And so, knowing that it's the beating heart of Mother Earth, and that at that time of total solar eclipse heating up the far side of the moon, getting super hot, the water's returning, then the sun's rays are amplified right there. So when it's amplified, if you could say like that's a ray, once it's amplified, then it looks like that. just to give you the example of it being amplified. So if that's a sun ray, normal sun ray, you know what it is, it's a light and a light, well, maybe, with this you should.
I don't see, I don't even see, so could you
Well,
come
you
in?
gotta carry the,
Because it's, we only see the black part of the moon.
well, you gotta carry the computer.
Yeah, I know, but I cannot do two things at the same time. There's still battery in there? A bit. Almost not as much. Where are we going? Just, can you tell me if on the screen you see something?
No, to see this, you're gonna have to come right up here, because it's being washed out on the white
Because there's one
board.
thing that we.
Mary Claude, you should come give them a hand.
We need the microphone. It
Oh,
doesn't
you
work.
weren't using the microphone?
It doesn't work. It drains the battery of the.
Okay, so can you see this?
There's too much sun, like much.
You gotta
the
come
white-
on this side. You gotta be
maybe-
right here.
No? Better?
You gotta come closer.
Yeah, you can go closer. And down a little bit more. And like, if you can put it like straighter, because now we see an angle.
A little bit more. Exactly that. As if it swings it back.
And maybe bring it just a little bit lower too. Just a little bit. That's good. That's good. And we still catch some of the belts too.
Okay, so a quick explanation of this whole diagram. Were you recording all the while? Was that?
It cut for maybe 10-15 minutes, so I did my best. Battery
Okay,
died.
so a whole description here. This is what we're looking at right now. This is new moon phase, and today it just happens to be total solar eclipse. And so we're explaining what happens in new moon phase. You gotta know the moon teachings to be able to comprehend this. We're not giving a moon teachings here today. This will be in the next few days. So for today, just gotta bear with us if you didn't ever hear this before. So within accordance of the moon teachings, Grandma Moon is tidally locked, and tidally locked meaning that there's on Earth, we only see one face of the moon all the time. She's always just looking at us. So tidally locked is the umbilical cord. And so in order to be tidally locked, if it was just one, say like one rope or cord, the example we gave was hang on. These two balloons or balls, if they're, oh, here, they're on one string. It's too long, but here, I'll do it like this. If they're tidally locked, then that means that if this is the Earth, then it means it can't rotate. Because if it did rotate, then that string that keeps them tidally locked would shorten up and it would pull the moon right into the Earth. So the reality of, and the only way that the Earth can be tidally locked is that there's not one string, but there's two. And there is two, as you know, 2 points of access on Mother Earth, the North Pole and the South Pole. And you know, as a matter of fact, that this is the access point. And so on Grandma Moon, you would think then, okay, well, if there's, let's say, 2 invisible ropes or cords connecting to Mother Earth, then there should be 2 invisible ropes or cords connecting to Grandma Moon. No, because she's tidally locked. So this implies that if there was 2 also going to Grandma Moon, you know, like on a North and South Pole axis, then that would mean that Grandma Moon would be rotating also. She doesn't. So the only way you could explain this, according to any kind of engineering, laws of physics, ask any engineer. To understand this, you got to think of universal joints, like on a drive shaft or something, or in a piston. You know that there's got to be something that like a joint that where it can rotate. And so this is how Mother Earth is tidally locked to Grandma Moon. It's through 2 points on the North and South Pole and only 1 point onto Grandma Moon. And so that enables the Earth to rotate and Grandma Moon to be tidally locked, always just looking at one face. Us from Earth, always just seeing one face of the moon. So over here, of course, this is full moon. Over here is new moon. Now, what happens is that as the moon is from the distance from closest to the sun to furthest from the sun, the distance is approximately 800,000 kilometers. So when you're 800,000 kilometers closer, then this means that the backside, the far side of the moon, which we never get to see, is now closest to the sun. And so that means it's getting super hot, heated up. It's the pores are opening up, condensation, sweating. So this is water that gets caught in the solar winds that are brought back to Mother Earth. And this is how the beating heart works, replenishing the blood of Mother Earth right now in new moon phase. But of today, new moon phase in total solar eclipse, this is where we describe again, explain as to how and why you go blind when you look at a solar eclipse, because it's water, and water through the intense light of the sun is like a magnifying glass. So a magnifying glass, as you know, like in the sunlight, you can set leaves on fire. Well, in this case, it will burn the retina of your eye, make you go blind. And so it's only because of Grandma Moon is the beating heart of our Mother Earth. And this is the cycle of water rejuvenation, blood rejuvenation. So when Grandma Moon comes back around here, the side that was hot, warm, the far side, is now over here and is dark, cold, freezing, frozen up. So when she's over here in full moon, the face looking at us is heated up, which means that when Mother Earth is heated up and releasing condensation, it's getting caught in the solar winds and it's being brought back to Grandma Moon. And so this is how Grandma Moon in full moon phase is the beating of your heart, and is the second beat. Boom, boom. The first beat, boom, pumps out your blood. That's new moon phase. This is the female moon. So in new moon phase, it goes boom. That's the blood coming out, being rejuvenated to the body, just like the same way it works within your body. Pumps out through the left, Kanyagahaga, on the left, main artery, left, law. And so when she starts to come around the earth over here and her backside starts to freeze up, then here, the frozen side, it's like like if you imagine a sponge that's frozen on one side, but one side isn't. Pour water into it, the spongy side will soak it up, but because it's frozen, it won't go through. So here at full moon, the blood of the water of Mother Earth is leaving the body of the earth and coming back in. This is the second beat of the heart. It's the boom, boom. This is where it's being brought back in to the heart for rejuvenation. But because the backside is frozen, it can't go through. So when it's coming back around to new moon phase again, slowly thawing out, the door opens again. The frozen part is thawed out. It's warmed up, and the cycle repeats itself to go boom, 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 boom. Your heartbeat. Grandma Moon is the beating heart of Mother Earth. The non-native science can never explain this. They don't know. You can't understand what you are, and therefore you're destroying the earth, which you don't understand what it is. And so Grandma Moon, beating heart of Mother Earth. Why in total solar eclipse does she burn your eyes out? Because it's water. And so here, what we put here is this is representing these little black marks. I don't know if you could see them from on there. It might get washed out in the white here, but there's little black marks here representing basically the photons that are leaving our eldest brother, the sun, the electrons, all of that, you know. And so that's basically the solar winds. So it's small, but once it's here in the power of Grandma Moon, then it's amplified, which is why we put these bigger marks here to represent that, to show that you can see that the photons are intensified. And so if they're intensified, burns the corona out of your eye. So this is why you don't look at a total solar eclipse, because you'll go blind. Because Grandma Moon is the beating heart of our Mother Earth and has water all around her and is leaving her right now at this moment. Right now, go outside and look at the moon. If you're here in our hemisphere, right now the moon is right between us and eldest brother, the sun. You can't see her, but she's heating up and she's releasing water to us. So feel that on you. Feel the rejuvenating power of our eldest brother, the sun, amplifying and heating up the waters of Grandma Moon to replenish and to heal our Mother Earth. Now, what more is happening here is that today, that what we're seeing is we're exposed to something greater than what anybody knows, is that the trees this year, because of the weather, have been very lot of damage to the trees. This means the tops of the trees, I estimate, of the forest here, about 20% of the forest has broken trees. Okay, now let's talk science. What is the effect of broken trees? What happens to trees right now? What's happening inside the tree right now? Every tree right now is pulling water up into the tree, right? Okay, there's only so far that water can go, to the top of the tree. And that's there through the pores opening in the tree bark, in the tree itself. It opens to create leaves, to create little, the leaves on the trees. That's how they get the water. It's pulled up through the tree. Now, what if halfway up the tree is broken? The tree is cut. Well, that means there's still water being pulled up that tree, but it's not going through the rest of the tree, the top of the tree, because it's gone. So what does that mean? If this is your tree, well, the water normally will go to the top, and if it's normal, it's encased, it's got like skin, you know, it's not gonna go out of the tree. It leaves the tree through the leaves. It's leaving the tree. So the water goes into the leaves. It's leaving. You cut that tree down halfway right there, boom. Now that water's still going up. What do you think? Does it just stay there? The tree is broken. It's open. Like you, if you had an open to your flesh, blood would flow out. So this is what's going to happen. It's happening right now. Blood, the waters of all the trees, approximately 20%. And I say that this is throughout the path of the total solar eclipse, wherever it is coming on the eastern seaboard, that this is where trees have broken. And so this means that the waters that go through the tree, if it was normal, you know, it's all filtered through. Let's say that it's a 10-step process to filtering. Okay, 10 steps in the normal tree. In the tree that's cut off, only 5 steps. 5 steps are remaining that don't happen. So that water isn't processed in those remaining 5 steps. What does this mean? It's unfiltered. Now, unfiltered, you might think, well, it's not clean. Unfiltered meaning that it's not processed by creation to its full capacity. So knowing that the waters are amniotic fluid, what we are getting today, what's going to be exposed to the total solar eclipse, is amniotic fluid that has not reached its full processing. And this is the entire eastern seaboard. You know what this is? stem cell. It's stem cell power. What do they identify as the power in stem cell? The power within a woman's, say like the sac of the baby, the placenta. Isn't that where they get stem cells from? Don't they get stem cells from fetuses? Don't they get stem cells from the whole part of the reproductive system of the female? Stem cell. What is that? That's not completely processed cells. They're stem cells. And so today, this is what?
The bald eagle again.
Oh yeah, bald eagle. Can you see it? Hey, you might have flew right behind me. Anyways, okay. So today, at this particular time, with all the broken trees, we are getting stem cell power. This is superpower that is being released throughout the eastern seaboard, right through here, the heart of Five Nations Longhouse Confederacy territories, the birthplace of the great law of peace, and a point of time of rejuvenation. There is a superpower being released upon the land right now and upon the people who know. Because of, you look at those trees, when you see those trees and knowing that approximately 20% of them are broken, what do you see? You don't see nothing. You see broken trees. Your mind doesn't think any further than this. You're not thinking of the process that is going to happen. So I challenge anyone on earth, any scientist, tell me, prove it, that this is not happening, that broken trees, or trees in general, have water that's being pulled up the entire length of the tree right to the top. And the tree being normal means that the water doesn't go out. It means it leaves the pressure inside to create leaves. Cut that tree, it's not continuing in, it's the next steps of the journey. And so it's not fully processed water. This is, again, amniotic power, amniotic fluid. It's stem cell level. We are in the perfect storm for the perfect thing to happen. This is where, like, if a woman and a man were trying to have a child and they know, well, you're going to be there at point of ovulation. Today is point of ovulation, and to have a successful whatever, well, then, the woman has to be ovulating. The man has to be there, and something has to take place. The act of love, which is what is going to activate these stem cells that is being released through all the broken trees, which is where you come in. Your act of love. You are the love. You are what Mother Earth needs. You, in your mind, in your heart, everything, your being, love right now. This is what you transmit to the world. It flows through you. Every woman on earth, her Mother Earth's energy flows through you. So you emit love. Remove everything else out of your mind. This is the reason why they put all of this war and aggression around you at this time, because they knew this is what's coming. They know this is coming. Because last year, they took the steps for applying birth control. If you're a woman, if you're Saturday night, you're going out and well, okay, well, maybe you're going to take birth control. You know it ahead of time. You apply the birth control. Last year in Ohio, was it East Palestine? What was the name of the place? Palestine. East Palestine or West Palestine, whatever, Palestine, Ohio. In Palestine, last year, some coincidence, eh? The vinyl chloride spill, where not even a spill, it was a train wreck, that the vinyl chloride was not even, the cars were not even broken. It wasn't a spill, but they chose to set it on fire, which covered the entire eastern seaboard. That was their birth control last year, to prevent and to seal off the amniotic fluid, the birthing, the bright, perfect storm from being able to replenish, to rejuvenate. If you've been with us for a while, you heard me say that Sky Woman is coming. The cycle is complete. She's coming to sit back upon her throne, and male dominance is rushing there, running there to push her off. And this has been all the war, all the everything that you are seeing. And even today, you know that NASA today, I don't know if they already done it. It might have already been done. They're shooting bombs directly into the path of the total solar eclipse. Imagine that. They're path of the solar eclipse. They're shooting it towards in the solar eclipse to explode there. What is this going to do? Well, when you know that of this, and you know that it's water returning to Earth, and you come and you explode a bomb right here in the center, you know what? You don't have to go and destroy East Palestine, Ohio, or this place or that place. All you got to destroy is this cycle here where the water is being replenished, and you poison it with the bomb they're going to send to explode there, and all of a sudden you got poison all over our Mother Earth. An understanding of things is what the non-native world does not have. You have male dominant corruption. And so today, this is where we're at in this understanding of what's happening. So right now, we're going to end because it looks like we're getting to that point. Hey, wait, don't, wait. Move your hand. I can't see. Move your hand. Where's the sun?
Probably,
Am I looking? Oh, that thing in the middle. Can you shut that thing off?
that's what I was trying to do. It's because the battery will shut down.
I can't see where the sun is on here. I don't know if that's picking it up. I can't see the screen.
Maybe it's filtering, but it should be right over here, where you are. Should be here.
I can't see the damn thing.
Well,
Okay, anyways, we're gonna end for now. And this is we're not gonna be back today for within the law recital. We're only gonna be back tomorrow at 10. So tomorrow back at 10 live. This is where law recitals are gonna continue. We go direct into creation story and all of these things, or well, most of these things that were identified as to this process here, what this diagram identifies, will be addressed tomorrow.
we get to concentrate on that.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Don't forget, everyone, concentrate on love. Think about the children. Now, when you do this, you got to think about the whole spectrum. On one side, they're killing children. On the other side, you want love. In order for you to think about love, you got to think about the negative that's happening currently. So what you got to do is separate yourself. In yourself, separate that corruption so that you can see the ugliness that you know you have to leave behind, so that you know the beauty that you must arrive at. So think love, love everybody, love your family, love your children, your people, love each other. Get outside into the water. You got water right now? Take your water bottles, put them outside, let them be activated by this power, this amniotic fluid right now. Yep, if you can get to the water, be there. If you can jump in the water, jump in the water. Do whatever you can. It's your individual experience, so enjoy it, love it. Know that we love you. Know that together, our love is what we must apply to Mother Earth. Mother Earth needs us to come back to our senses, pull our heads out of the rear ends of the dark ages of war, and to return our mothers back to love, where they're not going to be having their sky split. Okay, and even that will be explained to you about what it means to split the sky. Okay, so we'll see you tomorrow. Everybody enjoy. Love, 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 love.